everyone, welcome to CS Academy. Today I am going to show you how to create the virtual machine in Azure portal. Let's get started. Let's open your Chrome and log into the Azure portal. Now I have already logged into my Azure portal and I have my subscription as well. To use any services in the Azure portal, we should have Azure subscription. If you don't have any Azure subscription, we can create the free trial subscription. It will give the 30 days of free trial for us. Using that, we can learn Azure portal. Now I have already got my free Azure subscription. I have already logged in. Now let's go to home page. Now I will start to create the Azure virtual machine. Click on the create resource. Here choose the virtual machine. This is the page. Here we need to give the details to create the virtual machine. First, for the subscription, we need to choose the subscription which we have. Now I have free trial subscription. I am choosing that. And then here we need to create the resource group. Resource group is like a folder where we can group all the resources whichever commonly used for the particular project. Now I am creating one resource group. Test VM. We can give valid name. It's available for me. I am clicking on OK. Now I got the resource group. Then virtual machine name. For this field, we need to provide the name of our virtual machine. I am giving the virtual machine name as VM test demo. Then region. In the Azure, we have multiple regions. There are many Azure regions are there. We can choose whichever region is near to our users. And this whatever the region we will choose, based on the region we choose, it give the cost. Like if we choose the Brazil, it will give the more cost for us. We can choose based on the cost effective and which is near for our users. Now I am choosing East US and then availability option. Azure provides 3 availability options. First one is availability set, virtual machine scale set, availability zone. Availability set is nothing but creating the fault domain. Availability set mainly helps us in fault domain. Like if any one of the system is getting updated, then the another system will support. Like fault domain is nothing but both system won't get down at the same time. For that purpose, we need to choose the availability set. Availability zone. Each Azure region have 3 availability zone. If we choose the availability zone, Azure creates 3 sets of our resources in the different regions, and each region are separated with a geographical area, and each availability zone have separate power supply. If any one of the availability zone gone down, then the other zones will support and other zones will be up. And virtual machine skill set. If we choose the virtual machine skill set, it will increases the resources for our application whenever the demands increases. And same way, whenever demand decreases, it will decreases the resources based on the demand. If you want to scale the resources based on the demand, then we can choose the virtual machine skill set. But now I am not choosing any one. We have one more option. If you don't want any all 3 options, we can simply click on no infrastructure redundancy required. Now I am not choosing any availability options. Then security type. Here we have 3 security types: standard, trusted launch virtual machine, confidential virtual machine. I am choosing the security zone as standard. And Image. We have multiple options to choose the virtual machine images, like Azure supports Ubuntu, Windows, Debian, Oracle, Linux, Red Hat. Like this, Azure supports multiple images. We can choose any one. Now I am choosing the Windows Server 2019 data center. Then after choosing this option, I am choosing the size of the virtual machine. We can see there are multiple options we have. See here, based on the size of the virtual machine, the cost will get increases. Based on the cost effectiveness, we can choose the whichever suitable for us. Free subscription, we have only one option, that is B1S. For Azure free subscription, we can choose only this one. We can't choose any other options. Here we have one CPU and one RAM and two data disk. But based on our subscription, we can choose the different size for the virtual machine. I have chosen standard B1S, 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. Then we need to provide the username for the virtual machine, test VM, and password for the VM. After providing the username and password, here for the select inbound port, we have to choose the whatever all the request we can allot for our particular VM. I am choosing HTTP and SSH and RDP. For the basic information, we need to provide these details. Then next I am moving to the disk. Here for the disk, OS disk type, we have three options: premium SSD, standard SSD, standard HDD. Based on this disk type, that cost will affect. We can choose any one, but for premium SSD, it costs more compared to a standard SSD. I am choosing standard SSD. Delete with VM. This option allows us to delete the SSD disk when we delete the VM. Then I am moving to the networking. In the networking, it's already chosen some default IP address and subnets. No need to do any changes. See, once we chosen the inbound ports, here again asking us to do the changes if we want. If you want to change any inbound port changes, we can do here. That's it in the networking. No need to change the IP address or subnets. By default, we got some subnet here. Then click on the next to go to management. Under the management tab, we have option to choose the enable auto shutdown. If we keep our virtual machine on while we are not using, then it will cost. So we can choose the auto shutdown and we can set some time when it should get shut down. Then click on next to go to monitoring. No need to do any changes in the monitoring. Then next click on the advanced. Go to next. Here also no need to do any changes. I will leave as default. And then next go to tags. Here tags is like a metadata. Whatever the tags we will give for particular resource group, that tags will be applicable for all the resources under that resource group. Like that we can give the tags for resources or resources group. And always Azure all resources will support for the tags. Currently I am not giving any tags for this VM. And then click on review and create. See, here we can review our details, and now we can click on create. It will take some time to create the virtual machine. See, deployment is in progress. It's deploying our virtual machine. See, your deployment is completed. Our virtual machine deployed already. Now we can click on go to resource. See, here it is showing our virtual machine details. See here, public IP address is there here, and status of the virtual machine is running, and it is located in the East US, and subscription is free trial, and resource group is test VM, operating system is Windows. All the information will get displayed in the overview. See here, we have connect option. Now I will click on RDP. Here it is showing the IP address, and here we have option to download RDP file. I will click on download RDP file. Look at here, it got downloaded. Now I will click on open. To connect the virtual machine, I will click on the connect. Here we need to provide the username and password which we gave while creating the virtual machine. Now it connected to our virtual machine. Click on yes. See, it's connected to our virtual machine. When we connect to the virtual machine first time, it will start creating users, download folder, everything for the virtual machine. So it will take some time. After that, we will get the virtual machine. It created the desktop, download folder, document. Now we successfully created and connected to the Azure virtual machine. That's it. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.